The recent talks between the United States and Russia, described by the Kremlin as constructive, reflect an ongoing effort to manage a complex and often fraught relationship between the two nations. Historically, U.S.-Russia relations have been marked by periods of significant tension and conflict, interspersed with attempts at diplomacy and dialogue. The origins of this complex relationship can be traced back to the Cold War era, during which the two superpowers were engaged in a geopolitical struggle that defined international relations for much of the 20th century. The division between the capitalist West, led by the United States, and the communist East, dominated by the Soviet Union, resulted in a series of proxy wars, the arms race, and the eventual Cuban Missile Crisis, which brought the world to the brink of nuclear conflict. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, hopes for a more cooperative relationship emerged. However, the subsequent years saw a mixture of collaboration and contention. Major agreements, such as the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, START, and various arms control negotiations, were established to limit nuclear arsenals. However, issues such as NATO expansion, U.S. military interventions, and disagreements over regional conflicts stoked tensions. In recent years, relations further deteriorated due to several key events, including Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014, allegations of election interference in the United States, and ongoing conflicts in Syria and Ukraine. These developments have led to mutual sanctions and a significant cooling of relations, with diplomatic engagements often characterized by mistrust. The latest round of talks comes amid a backdrop of heightened tensions and global challenges. The United States and Russia are both facing complex issues, including cybersecurity threats, climate change, and regional conflicts that require cooperation. The Kremlin's description of the discussions as constructive suggests an acknowledgement of mutual interests that transcend the ongoing geopolitical rivalry. During these talks, it is likely that topics such as strategic stability, arms control, and regional security were discussed. U.S. officials have emphasized the need to engage with Russia on arms control to prevent the escalation of tensions and potentially avert a new arms race. The prospect of renewed dialogue may signal a pragmatic approach from both sides, demonstrating an understanding that collaboration is essential for addressing pressing global issues, even amid deeper distrust. While the Kremlin's optimism should be approached cautiously, it could signify a willingness to explore avenues of cooperation that benefit both nations. This reflects a broader recognition within Moscow and Washington that escalating tensions could lead to detrimental outcomes, not only for the two countries, but also for international stability. In addition to strategic matters, the discussions may also touch on economic cooperation and efforts to address ongoing humanitarian challenges that affect regions of mutual concern. As global interdependence increases, both nations are likely to face pressures from international allies and organizations to engage diplomatically rather than resort to confrontation. In conclusion, the characterization of U.S.-Russia talks as constructive points to a potential thaw in relations marked by ongoing complexities. The history of the U.S.-Russia dynamic shows that while periods of cooperation can emerge, they are often complicated by underlying tensions and competing interests. As both nations navigate their shared challenges, sustained dialogue and diplomacy will be crucial in shaping a more stable and peaceful future. The coming weeks and months will reveal the potential impact of these talks on the